Hi everyone, welcome. I don't know why Ryan can't keep a straight face right now.
I feel like we're like in an episode of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Like we should, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. You know, like I'm just sitting on a couch. Just, I don't know.
Should I call you Tom?
Who's Tom?
Tom Hanks.
Oh, okay. Hi, welcome back to 3 Good Minutes.
Where's your sweater?
What sweater?
Mr. Rogers out of the closet.
Just go.
Welcome back to, I don't know what's more fitting for the start of year 2 of 3 Good Minutes, but I'm Jen, this is Ryan. We are Mr. Rogers' ex-Office Created at Newmark, and we shared a year in review with you last week. And this week we are going to talk about a lot of conversations that all of our clients are having along with us about what to do going forward. In many parts of the country, clients are getting back to the office. Here in LA, we are a little bit behind that. But as we look to others and as we look at kind of what everyone is thinking, there's a lot to discuss. There's a lot to disseminate. And I think that this transition, albeit it was a very quick transition, like in the matter of a day, to work from home, the transition back to the office is going to be long and varied.
Yeah, an article I read earlier this week used the phrase upheaval, that there's actually more upheaval going back than there was leaving. And the reason why is because many have gotten so comfortable doing what they're doing. And when they come back, they're not coming back to what they left a year ago. So it might be the same building, it might be the same office, it might be the same everything, but everything is also different. So you might have left a workstation and you're going back to an office, or you might have left an office and you're coming back to a place that has much more of a residential soft seating, only to be used 3 days a week out of 5 or 4 days a week kind of feel. It's not your typical 9 to 5 office, and probably won't be for quite some time. A lot of this will depend on not only vaccines, but when people are socially ready and to be there and feeling healthy, or when kids are back in school full time across the country. What if you're in an office in Los Angeles and you have an office in New York, and your office in New York comes back faster than your office in LA, and people in LA are feeling different things than New York? You have to find a way to sort of get through some rocky waters as you re-enter this work life of yours.
So how do you do that is the question, because I get frustrated when I read, which as Ryan knows, I read a lot. And when I'm researching something and they give you all of this background of things that you can consider, but then how do you make that decision? What's the right way to go about it? What are the action items, right? So in this case, it is getting together some sort of committee within your company with people from different levels and different positions. And many are putting together a kind of task force to say, these are the voices of the company, these are the voices of our employees, these are the voices of our clients, and starting to get consensus, because I think that the disservice that you could potentially do is not talk about these things, or make assumptions about what people are feeling or how they want to handle it, or assume that a one-size-fits-all model is going to work, or a one-size-fits-all kind of place, location, if you're a multi-location company. So how do you kind of frame these discussions and make sure that you are probably over considering optionality and preferences and comfort levels and work styles, and really being flexible, because not one person or work style can really define what the office is going to be and what workplace is going to be going forward.
Yeah, we're finding that communication is key, as Jen mentioned. We're finding that inclusivity of all levels of the organization is also very key. There are different feelings perhaps at the tops of organizations than there are in mid-management, or maybe even with newer employees, or employees that are younger have different opinions than employees that are older. An employee in Los Angeles does not feel the same way an employee in the Midwest might feel, or maybe in Florida or Dallas or other parts of the world that are more open. They have different experiences, different feelings. They also went through different things with their family. Maybe there was health issues there. So, having discussions with people and trying to truly understand what they went through and what they are going through to make decisions that are best not only for the company but for the employees that make this company go every day. Those are where the areas that we think are actually the more complicated areas to approach. We are working a lot with our clients and companies across the country on these reopening plans, and we can help a lot from a real estate standpoint and give you the advice on communications and communication strategies. But if the real estate doesn't match the communication strategy and doesn't match actually what the employees top to bottom want, it's not going to work. And so it's important for us to work with you on finding the right balance. We can't make everybody happy. I learned that about 6 weeks ago for the final time in my life. I think you just can't make everybody happy, but what you can do is include people and make them feel a part of the decision and feel a part of where the company is going.
Yeah, and just know that this is going to take some time. The trends around layout and office space and workplace are becoming clearer by the day. So that's kind of the easy piece of all of this, I think.
And I think there's companies that have gone back that have actually said, you know what, we probably could have done this differently had we taken another beat and thought more about it.
Right. So I think part of it is just understanding that this transition is going to be kind of long and to be patient. And just because you are ready to be back in an office 100% of the time doesn't mean your partner or your assistant or anyone on your team feels the same way. And so how can companies, lead by example, but also bring everyone along with them? And like you said, communication is usually key, in everything in life.
And if you look at the company, the way that we have our kids looking at these, you should be kind, you should be loving, but you should also be yourself and remember who you are.
Wow.
That wasn't planned.
Wow. That was, wow.
Kind of
all
fit.
Right. You all say that you laugh usually during 3 good minutes and you find something interesting. So hopefully this week was no different.
One good thing, Miss Jenny Frisk.
Oh, just that we are a year out of this. We are, as I say to many people, we are closer to the end than we are to the beginning. And I think, as I said to a girlfriend the other day, I think I'm finally ready to start adding things back into my life where so much of it was taken up by just a lot of stress related to everything that's been going on. So here's to a new year from a COVID standpoint, getting to see all of you in person more often, which is what makes our jobs fun, and learning as we go.
Happy 3 good minutes. Happy Thursday.
I'm Jen. This is Ryan. We will see you next week.